Welcome back to the channel. I will now be previewing the Indianapolis Colts versus the Houston Texans. Despite having a 9-8 record season and above 500 season, the Colts unfortunately just fell short of making the playoffs or capturing that last wild card spot. And since Deshaun Watson sat out, there really wasn't a whole lot of expectations for the Houston Texans as they finished with a 4-13 record. And right now, I do believe they are in a rebuild, a retool, whatever you want to call it, because I don't see them coming out of that basement of that AFC South anytime soon. Since Andrew Luck retired at the end of the 2018/2019 season, the Colts have started Jacoby Brissett, Phillip Rivers, and Carson Wentz just a season ago. The only quarterback who had success that was able to pull the trigger and get the team into the postseason was Phillip Rivers, and that was his one and only season with the Colts as they got into the wild card spot, but they were bounced in the first round against the Buffalo Bills. So since Rivers was done, the Colts needed another quarterback, and they were looking all over the league, and they seemed to think that Wentz had some magic left because he wanted out of Philadelphia, and he was guaranteed a starting job once he got into Indy. And even though he won the starting job, it was just too inconsistent as, once again, the Colts missed the playoffs, and now he's been shipped over to Washington. So now that they had another quarterback come and go, they went after Matty Ice, Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons, as they are now in a complete rebuild. So Matt Ryan wanted out, and he seemed like Indy had a pretty good fit. Indy has a good offense. I will give them credit, especially with Jonathan Taylor in the running game. I do believe that it's going to be a close division, especially with the Tennessee Titans, the reigning AFC South champions. So I believe that the division will come down to the Indianapolis Colts or the Tennessee Titans. I can almost guarantee that. So when it comes to the Houston Texans, it seems like almost just 3 or 4 years ago, they were competing to almost guaranteed to get almost into a championship game. When they had Deshaun Watson, they had DeAndre Hopkins, and then when you had a guy like J.J. Watt on your back end, those were 3 really core guys. And now that they've all left, like I said at the start, this is most likely and a guaranteed a rebuild or a retool for the Houston Texans. So when it comes to the matchup, obviously I'm going to give the edge to Matt Ryan. I believe he'll get his first win as a Colt, and I believe he will have nothing but success with this franchise carrying forward. So as I said, the Colts, I believe, will start the season off with a W.